Alright, guys and girls, I know you're friends with Bethesda just like me, but they're doing something that I think is not the best idea. Especially with what we saw with Doom, where nobody wanted to play it because of the beta of the multiplayer, but all the reviewers are like, wait, this is actually a super great game, go fucking play it. And then look, it became a great game that everybody likes playing. But for some reason, Bethesda's like, no, starting with Dishonored, no early reviews, nobody get review copies, so on the day that it's coming out, or a day before they can put out their reviews, we don't want none of it. And it's looking like a lot of people in the industry, developers and publishers, are wanting to go this way. I can see what, they're a business, they want to make money, bad reviews can hurt, and I believe this game's going to be great. I already pre-ordered it, I want it. But I think it's a bad idea overall, this is my opinion, because reviews help you figure out if you want a game or not. They can tell you if it's super glitchy, buggy, and not worth any money whatsoever. They can tell you if it's a decent game. Or you can pick one things like, okay, this game's definitely for me. It might not be for others, but it is something that I would like to try out. With no reviews, we're not going to get any of that. And yes, you can, buy your copy, go make your review, put it on YouTube, or write in your column. But it doesn't give consumers the chance on day one, where gaming makes a lot of their business, to know for themselves if it's something they're interested in or not. How do you guys feel about that? That's my opinion on the matter. I'd like to hear from you too.
I don't know. I mean, I'm kind of 50-50 on it, because I feel like it would be a good thing from the respect of, how do I want to put this? So not having early releases, yes, it prevents some bad reviews from not game developers, but like testers coming out and saying, oh, this is the game and blah, blah, blah. But here's the thing with that, is that I really wish I knew how to put this best, but what the hell is going on? Oh, when a major company like IGN or something like that, somebody that you really go to for a game review, or even GameStop, they have the Game Informer magazine that they do the game reviews on, that you can read before you purchase them. When something like that gets a pre-review and they got the chance to play the game before it's even been released, something like that is actually going to affect the sales, the pre-orders, and things like that. But I feel like it's also moving away from the pre-order kind of spectrum, because if you think about it, like I mentioned earlier, a couple months ago, we had actually talked about that a lot of game companies are trying to move away from that, because it's become kind of an epidemic with getting pre-orders and then buying shitty games. But also, from a developer's perspective, it might give them more incentive to, since people won't be pre-ordering it, that they can actually take their time and work on a game without feeling pressured to put it out. Because if you'll recall, a lot of people ended up sending death threats and shit when, No Man's Sky was put out. But they delayed it so that they could make improvements, and then people started sending them all this hate mail. And so they felt pressured, and that's why people don't like No Man's Sky, is because it doesn't live up to the name that it was originally intended to be. And I think that taking away the pre-reviews will kind of help alleviate some of that. Maybe not all of it, but I think it'll help some. And for the bad side, it's like you said, a lot of people want to know what they're getting themselves into before they buy it, especially if there's somebody that's new to that kind of game. So, if you've never played Overwatch before and you've never played a game like Overwatch and you want to see what it is, then yeah, you're going to want to know what kind of gameplay it has, what it has to offer before you go and purchase it if it's not out yet. Obviously it is, so that's a bad example, but for somebody that's more into adventure games or something like that, for it to just be like a standard kind of Call of Duty version, I don't know. How would you describe Overwatch? It's not really like a 5v5, it's just like a checkpoint.
It's like a team-based shooter. It's like a team-based strategic shooter. Yeah,
there's a game mode specifically for that, and I can't think of what it is, because it's been a long-ass time since I played Call of Duty. But you've got defenders, and then you have people that are trying to attack the checkpoint, and that's all that it is. But for somebody that's more into Borderlands or something like that, even though it looks very Borderlands-esque, it doesn't play anything like it. And so I think that's where it kind of comes into the reviews are what? Oh. Where reviews are beneficial, but I guess I can see it from the developer standpoint of, hey, you know, we need to kind of move away from this. It's hard to explain. I guess I'm not really affected by it at all because I don't really go to something like that to see if I want to buy a game before. I guess it'd be better to ask the opinion of somebody who actually does that.
I do it on a certain degree. Like, certain games I'll check out. Some games don't sound interesting to me at all. And sometimes a good review of it will be like, okay, there are elements in here I really want to play, and it's actually something I want to play. Other times there have been games that I'm like really looking forward to in a review, or point things out that look bad, and I'm like, shit. Well, definitely shouldn't pre-order, and then I'll go check out the game at a friend's house, or see what my friends are saying afterwards, and it's definitely not a good game. So, I mean, for me personally, it has helped. That, and you get a taste of what the game's actually like, not just what they want you to think it's like. Which, you know what I mean, can draw you in. Like, I mean, we see that every day with YouTube, you know, people play games that nobody's ever heard of, that they couldn't afford marketing for, like Ultimate Chicken Horse, or the Duck Game, this and that. And people actually see it and play, see the people having fun with it, and the people playing the game saying, oh, this is a really good game, people should check out. And then everybody flocks to play it. So, from that consumer standpoint, I see why this can hurt. What do you think, Bucket?
Yeah, I can see what you're talking about with the having an early release of it and it helping with publicity and getting it out there and getting it heard, getting it sold. But at that same time, I mean, I don't know. I look at it as the amount of availability to certain people that there is, and I think that's more so what's the problem, because you're giving it to, yeah, you want to get it out to the most people, but you're giving it to some of these huge name guys, and they're already kind of got this chip on their shoulder. They're like, oh, well, you know, I'm this popular YouTuber, and I'll be Swedish, and I talk about all this bullshit and piss people off because you get on my fucking nerves, you blonde.
I hate that guy. I just want to say I hate that.
Oh, who is that?
PewDiePie.
Oh,
even
him.
Amanda
Yeah.
knew who I was talking about, dude.
I was reading something on my phone right when you were going into it, and I was like, that blonde, blah, 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 and I was like, what?
Who else? You know.
And PewDiePie!
I know that there's a lot of people that like him. He's got like 43 million followers or subscribers on YouTube, but he gets on my nerves. And the reason that I hate him is for that racist shit that he pulled when we were playing Town of Salem. He kissed my ass. I'm so mad about that still.
Yeah, I'll tell you about that after the show. We'll go into a long discussion about that one. But, and I can see the other flip of the coin. Like, this actually helps the little guys like me on YouTube and other blog reviewers who don't get these early copies. Now, all of a sudden, all the reviews will probably be going up around the same time because both people are playing it around the same time. But even then, it's still late on both parties because by then, anybody who's going to buy it or be interested in a review, well, it's already too late. But it does even the playing field with the smaller guys out there who have to go out and buy it and wait till the day that it comes out.
Not at this time. I feel like it'd be a kind of a shot to the genitals, but at that same time, certain people just shouldn't be allowed to have it.
No. Like I said, I'm not really affected by it because I don't really go too much into, like, looking up videos of a game that's, like, gameplay before I purchase it. So if I buy it and I don't like it, then, you know, I don't keep the game. That's what I did with Splinter Cell Blacklist. I mean, I didn't like it. I bought it, but I didn't like it, so I sold it. I got rid of it.
You're one of the few people that got burnt by actually watching gameplay footage and then it not turning out what you thought it was going to be.
When did I watch gameplay footage? And
Overwatch.
Then it not turn out? Huh?
Overwatch.
Oh no, Overwatch was really good. I really enjoyed it. It's just that I expected it to be. So when you watch people play Overwatch on Twitch, they don't tell you that that's like the only game mode that they have. They are coming out with a new one. They're going to have a new arcade mode, and they're going to have a new map and a new character.
Also, for the Olympics, they did what I thought was cool. Sorry to interrupt this before I forget. since you brought that up with game modes, they actually did a cool, like, you know what Rocket League is, the cars playing soccer?
Yeah.
They had that with Overwatch, but you use the guns and weapons to do that, which I thought was pretty neat.
Yeah. But, yeah, they are coming out with a new arcade mode and a new map and a new character, I think is what it was. Here in the next couple of weeks. So, but no, when I bought Overwatch, it was just the 1 or 2 game modes, and they don't tell you that when you buy it, or well, when you watch it on Twitch, they don't say, "Oh, this is the only thing they got." You just assume that it's like the more common one. It's like watching Team Deathmatch on Call of Duty, but there being like 16 other game modes or something like that. Like, you just don't see it until you actually get into the game. So that's the only downside of Overwatch, is that it's not. It's just like a 5v5 or 6v6, like, oh, I know, shit, fuck, it was just right there and I can't remember. But like capture and defend, that's all that it is. And you don't expect it to be just that. Like, you kind of want where it's just basic, like, fighting and team building and stuff like that, and it's really not. But they don't tell you that, so, but the gameplay and everything else, like, if you like, you know, that kind of, you know what, I can't even say that it's teamwork based now, because I feel like it's not. I feel like it's still a bunch of people just fighting for themselves now.
Not at this time.
You like saying that.
Mr. Trump has no comments at this time, except for she's a lying whore.
Wait, what?
Can we please keep politics out of this podcast?
Clint has no comment on her emails. She has never seen these emails, even though they have her name on them. These emails do not exist. She has no comment, and she cannot be seen.
We as Congress would like to ask Barack Obama if he doesn't mind working a little overtime, you know, about 4 years until we can figure out this president.
Please, no, I want to get rid of everybody. Just everybody. And start from the ground up.
We would like to elect Steve from Quality. Yeah, we think Steve is a really work.
You know what I want? I want them to dig up George Washington, clone him, and let him run it while we finally get everything back in order.
I'm still waiting on them to dig up from Abraham Lincoln so he can finish what he was doing. Never mind. We're going down a dark road here.
He'll just catch more lead.
Oh,
hit the brakes. All right, continue on.
What's the next? Hey, at least,
and I'll keep this out of politicians.
At least we hated on everybody equally, like they all deserve.
Good God.